Well, hello, a very good afternoon. How are you? Do you know what day is it today? What day is it today? Is it Friday? Friday. Sorry, I did not have a clue what day of the week it was. So happy Friday. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely day and you've had a lovely time with us this week here on Hochanda. The fun is continuing, of course. I've got another 4 live hours for you. In that 4 hours tonight, we've got our one-day special launch and we've got a cracking show coming up next. And this show from a lovely new supplier, which is fantastic. Wee Woolly Wonderfuls is the name of the company. I love the name. And we're talking about these wonderful crocheted animals. Now, crochet is a lovely hobby to do. It's actually not that difficult as well. The fantastic thing from this company is that they have lots of YouTube tutorials online and on Facebook where you can pop online and you can learn, and you can actually, I believe, make these patterns online as well. So if you are thinking I might give it a go and buy the pattern today, there is a full video tutorial for you available, which we can talk about later. That's on YouTube and on Facebook. So that's great. It's not a very hard thing to do, and what you need to do is make sure that you buy a beginner kit. We've got a couple of beginner kits for you here on the show, and what's also great as well is if you're thinking, but I'm going to have to buy loads of crochet hooks and things. No, because for each of the kits you need a particular crochet hook, and that hook is included in the kit. There's even the stuffing included as well for your lovely toy. So everything is there, and it also comes with its own little bag as well, which of course you could keep all your yarns and things in future when you are hooked on crochet. Available for bar mitzvahs. So if you would like to buy anything on the show, hop onto the website hochanda.com where you can get everything that we have got for you. But let's start with our lovely giraffes. They are absolutely fantastic. I want to show you as well, just in case you're thinking, well, you know, how sort of squidgy are they? Let me just sort of hold him here and show you. Now, if I just put him like this, you can see that actually, see, he's just having a lay down. Look, it's just having a little lay down. Oh, look at me, laying on my sun lounger. Needs a nice gin and tonic in his hand. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. Sorry. That's the opposite camera angle there. Anyway, but if you look at how, you know, look, they're quite, you know, they're not sort of super floppy and squidgy, but they are very nice little toys, and you can sort of sit them on a shelf happily and they'll sit there. I think these would be great actually if you have got little toddlers and things. This would be the sort of thing they carry around. You know, when they just carry around their toys like that all the time, I think this would be one of those that they would carry around. And I think the design of these, when you look at them, if you think about those expensive shops, like for example, I'm going to name it, there are other brands available, like the White Company, you know, they do lovely, lovely toys in there. This looks kind of very classic and tasteful, like one of those, but this of course is going to cost you less because you're going to make it yourself. So if you would like to get hold of him, it is £23.99. Actually it's Amy the giraffe. So that's in that colourway there. And then if we move on to the pink one, because of course it's all exactly the same, but you just get this lovely pink. I'm saying pink as well, actually it's sort of going towards a sort of soft lilac, isn't it? So lilac-y pink. It's not like a Barbie pink. This one is called just pink and white. She hasn't got a name. Oh, they're all Amy the giraffe. Oh, this is like Jan the nurse the other day, isn't it? Jan the dolly. I was confused why Jan was Jan the nurse and Jan the dolly. Why did we not have separate names for the dollies? It's the same thing. She's all Amy. She's just in different colours. So Amy is in this lovely pink and sort of lilac-y colour. And I'm guessing this one is also Amy as well. Yes, but Amy is in this lovely, gorgeous blue. That really is a beautiful colour. So it's the same item number, 223950. All you've got to do is choose which colour you would like to get. And as I say, you get everything in your bag included. So that might be a great place to start. Now, there is plenty more on the show. You can have a shop right now on the website, or you could have a listen to the wonderful creator behind these fantastic animals. It is a shame that it is her launch show and she's not in the studio, but it doesn't matter. We carry on, and we've got her on the phone. Hello, lovely Lisa.
Hello, hello.
Hello. How are you, my dear?
Oh, brilliant, thank you.
Are you now obviously you've got your TV turned down now probably, but are you watching the show? Have you sort of watched the beginning?
I am watching it. I'm very excited to see Amy the giraffe on television.
Yes, it must be really exciting. So how long have you been with your company? How long has your company been in existence?
About 3 years.
3 years, that's great. And do you, I mean, is this, I know this is a range you've brought to us here at Hochanda. Do you have lots of other creatures that you'll be bringing us that, you know, you've already made and lots of ideas?
Yes, we do. We've got lots of different ones. So it was quite hard picking which ones we'd put on the show for the first time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you'll be seeing lots more in the future.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see what you know, what you come up with in the future. We absolutely love these creatures. And do you know, Lisa, they are so beautifully designed as well. Are you responsible for all of the design of all of them?
I am, yes. I designed them all. That's my favourite part. My favourite part is designing them.
Yes.
I've got so many ideas, and I just need more time in the day to make them all come to life.
Yeah. And in terms of the design of these as well, I mean, how long have you been crocheting, Lisa? Because I'm wondering, are you designing, is it quite difficult for you to design for beginners, or is that quite easy for you to remember what it was like when people are starting out?
It is quite easy. I used to knit when I was a child, and I knitted for many years, but I only learned crochet probably about 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I struggled so much to learn that I just wanted to make it easy for other people.
Yes.
So with the kits to beginners, so you can watch the video tutorials we have online and learn to make it nice and easy.
Yeah.
And I do quite like doing simple designs, so it means that people can make them without too much difficulty.
Yeah, exactly.
Some that are a little bit more advanced, but
yeah,
the beginner ones tend to be really, really popular because anybody can make them.
Yeah. Well, on our show today, just remind us again, Lisa, of the beginners. The beginners are definitely the giraffes, aren't they? And
yeah,
the little bunnies as well. They're for beginners, aren't they?
They are. They're the 2 beginner kits.
Yeah.
Because both of them have the online tutorials.
Yes.
So you can literally pick up the kit, so it's got everything in, so you don't have to worry what size wool to use, what size hook, what else you'll need, and then sit with the videos, and it literally shows you right from how to read the pattern, how to do each of the different stitches, all the way right through, even to stuff in, sewing it together, and even adding the eyes and the features. It takes you right the way through just to make it nice and simple.
Fab. And then moving down the counter, we've got the elephant and we've got the lion. So are they a little bit more advanced?
And yeah, the elephant is quite simple because it does have the same body shape as the bunny. So if you're quite new to crochet, you could watch the videos for our bunny to learn to do the body and the arms, and then the head's just a little bit different. So that's still quite a simple one, but the lion is a little bit more advanced. Uses some different stitches, and there is also that glorious mane as well.
Yes.
So it's a little bit more experienced. But again, we do have a couple of videos on the YouTube channel which show how to do his mane and different things. So we try to make it as easy as we can. And
we should say that your YouTube channel then is called, is it called Wee Woolly Wonderfuls? Can't get the words out.
It's a bit of a tongue twister. So if people go to YouTube and type that in, then our channel will come up.
Brilliant.
And we also have some of our videos for the bunny on our Facebook page. So
yes.
They are all online.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, I have to say, Lisa, I love your designs because, you know, you might think it's quite easy to design a creature, but you've got to make sure you get the proportions right, and you have perfectly. I think it's always important to get a tummy on creatures, and you've got this lovely squidgy tummy, so that's great. And I love the colours that you've chosen as well. And some of the knits on here, we've got combination, haven't we, of alpaca, and then we've got other yarns on here as well, haven't we?
That's right, yes. Some of them are in a nice, soft acrylic, and they're great because you can machine wash them.
Yes.
So if they're for young children, that's handy.
Yes.
But we also do some kits in a lovely wool and alpaca mix.
Yes.
The elephant is one of those, and that is just really lovely and soft to work with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I think you've done a fantastic job. And, you know, Lisa, we're very much looking forward to when all this is over and you can come into the studio and we can meet you in real life. And I know that you very kindly sent us some lovely videos through. So we're going to see you in a few minutes anyway and get an idea of a bit more about you. So that's great. So thank you for that. But yeah, can't wait. There's so many more exciting things to come. So thank you. And thank you for joining us here on Hochanda. And yeah, we look forward to more creatures as we go through.
Good, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. Yeah, brilliant. That's lovely. So I might be in touch with you actually, because I might need my own little creature developing for my company. I might need a monkey from you, Lisa, so I might be in touch with you.
Oh, definitely do. Definitely do get in touch.
Let's do it. Let's collaborate. All right, my darling. Well, look, you stay safe. You take care, and let's see how the rest of the show goes. But I think that we'll have quite a few selling out things on today's show because they are so lovely.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, my darling. Take care.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, bless her, bless her. Lovely. Okay, so you've heard the story. We're going to see some videos as well of Lisa demonstrating. But if you do want to buy anything today for the first time ever and learn on television, you absolutely can. On television, on YouTube, you absolutely can. Just go to the YouTube channels or the Facebook pages from Wee Woolly Wonderful, and it's all there. So why not? This is a great place to start. This is actually where most of you are starting because the giraffe, Amy the giraffe, is the most popular item on the show so far. So I think a lot of you are thinking, give it a go. Now, this is an acrylic wool, as Lisa was talking about there, which means it is washable. So I was saying that if you are buying this for a little person, great that you can wash this. Although I would say buy 2 kits and make 2 because if one of those ever goes missing, oh, yes, I've been there with my daughter when she lost her little donkey. So we had to buy 2 donkeys, and then Santa Claus found a donkey for her again. Yeah, he was very clever. He found him and he was able to come back. It's a good man, Santa Claus. So yeah, have a think about that. But very nice kits to play with there. So 223950 is your item number, £23.99 if you would like to get hold of those. Let's go down the counter. So we've got the bonnies now, and these bonnies are also beginner projects, as Lisa was saying. So if you want to make these slightly smaller, I would say, than the giraffes, and maybe a little bit less time, but aren't they absolutely lovely? And we've got Arthur and Betsy. So I'm guessing that that is Arthur, and that's Betsy. Yay! Oh, they're so lovely. I mean, look at their little ears. And the eyes and everything, they're so beautiful. Really like these a lot. So as we were saying, with these, you get your toy stuff and you get your acrylics, you get your bag, and you get your hook, and then you get your extra bits and pieces in there to make the little bow there, and also you've got the black there so you can make your eyes. So you get everything included in this kit. It's 207634, £24.99, and as you can see with the 2 wool, that you can make 2, so you can make both Arthur and Betsy, because let's face it, we don't want Arthur to be without Betsy or Betsy to be without Arthur, do we? That would be very sad. So 207634, your item number, £24.99 if you would like to get hold of those. Let's go down to Eli the Elephant in this absolutely beautiful soft blue. I mean, that's a gorgeous colour. It's kind of got, it's sort of going towards the grey spectrum, but bluey grey, absolutely beautiful. Love these big ears. I mean, look at that. This is Jumbo personified, isn't he? But he does look very happy. He really does, with his lovely little bow tie. So he is very, very happy indeed. If you want to make him, £23.99. And this one is made out of the alpaca and wool. So really, top quality to feel and to play with. So absolutely beautiful. So if you'd like to be able to get hold of him, once again, everything included in your kit. You've got your bag, you've got your crochet hook, you've got your bow, you've got your wool, and then you've got your toy stuffing as well. And of course, the pattern to follow. So 937658, £23.99 if you'd like to get hold of him. And then let's go on to Alfred the Lion. Oh, look at this. Love this amazing mane of hair. I mean, he is fabulous. And she's got it right with that lovely squidgy tummy. You need a squidgy tummy on all these crocheted animals, but absolutely fabulous. Love him. Now this one is a little bit more an advanced project, so you know, if you are new to crocheting, have a think about that. I would never say don't go for anything because it's advanced. You could just give it a go, because let's face it, if you are using a crochet hook and wool and it goes a bit wrong, you just undo it and then carry on again. So you're not going to lose anything. You can just crack on and have a play. So 235769 to get him, and once again you get your different colour wools, you get your crochet hook and everything that you would need, plus your toy stuffing there. He likes shaking his hair about, doesn't he? He's proud of that red hair. Do you know, I was just thinking, it just reminded me of, no, I can't say it. Because, well, people will go, that's, no, you just, you know, do you remember Simply Red? You know Mick Hucknall? With the red hair, he used to have that crazy red hair. Yeah, when he was standing there shaking it about there. I went to see him in concert. It reminded me of him. Very proud of his hair. He's got fabulous hair, Mick Hucknall. Still got fabulous hair. Ringlets. Red. Anyway, 235769 is your item number, 23.99 for Mick, as I'm calling him now, or Alfred, as he is officially known. His middle name's Mick. Alfred Mick. Okay, crochet hooks. Now, these are great because they're all different sizes, because I think once you get hooked on crocheting, you will want to, I know I keep saying that, but you will want to do more projects. So these are fantastic. Now, what's nice about these as well, very ergonomic, lovely kind of rubber handle, so really nice to play with, not a kind of, you know, some crochet hooks are just kind of steel, cold steel in your hands, and if they are just a thin steel like that, I think not particularly comfortable on your hand as you're working, and they can slip through the hand quite easily. These are great because you can get a good grip on them, ergonomic, they look pretty as well, and you will also instantly know what the sizes are because you've got different colours, so you'll be able to recognise them then. So a size of 9, I'll just hold them up. Do we have the measurements for the millimetres of what they are from the smallest to the largest? We start at 2 mil, which is obviously that one, and then 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, I'm getting the pattern, 5, 5.5, 6, that's it. So that's obviously a 6. I think actually that one looks a little bit thinner than that one, so I think that's down to your finest one there. So there you are. Those are your crochet hooks, and as I say, all in those great colours, ergonomic, easy to use, fun and practical, but a great set in different sizes. And only $10.99 for all those. That is a bit of a bargain, let me tell you. And you get your little bag to keep them in as well. So 284,800. Oh, I meant to ask Lisa, didn't I? Yeah, Lisa, if you're watching, darling, can you email in? This, you just get the patterns. So you get all the 4 patterns to make the 4 baby creatures here. And that's $11.99, 628551. I wanted to ask Lisa when she was on the phone, and I've totally forgotten, if from your other creatures that you're buying today, if you had any spare wool to make your babies. So if you buy the giraffe, for example, and you want to make a mini giraffe, I wonder, Lisa, if you had enough wool from the giraffe to make a little mini giraffe. I don't know. It was just a thought of mine, but you only get the patterns. But I'm just thinking in terms of if you're buying with another creature. So 4 patterns, 4 babies. It's in the Freedom Members Club as well. So it's $10.19, and you get your P and P included. They're still going crazy in my ear over the elephant ears. They are so sweet, though. Look. I mean, they're so big on this one because he's so small. Oh, they are lovely. I love these, actually. I mean, in terms of, you know, having a nice project to play with, I think this is great to go for these patterns because you can make 4 little creatures. You can give them to your grandchildren. So have a think about that. 628551, your item number, $11.99. Okay, so hopefully Lisa will email in the next few minutes to tell us if you can get enough spare wool to make these creatures. In the meantime, let's have a look at Lisa because she is doing her first demonstration for us. Let's see what she's getting up to.
Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a magic circle, which is a very common way to start any piece of amigurumi crochet, and it's often the part that people find the most tricky. Once you've mastered the magic circle, you will find everything else a lot easier. It is the most difficult part, so don't get discouraged, just keep trying several times until you get it. And you may need to watch the video several times also to get the hang of it. So what we're going to do is get the end of our yarn and our crochet hook, and we're going to wrap the yarn over our finger, top 2 fingers, and then twice around our middle finger, like so. So this end leads to the ball of yarn, and this is just the end. So it's wrapped once here and twice around our finger. So to start, we're going to get hold of our crochet hook. I tend to hold it like that, grip it quite firmly. There's no right and wrong way to hold it, it's whatever feels comfortable. And we're going to insert the hook underneath both of those loops, like so. And then we're going to grab our yarn. You may need to just hold that here just to keep hold of it, and pull it underneath, and then over the top, and pull it through the loop. And that is just a slip knot to hold it. And now we're going to start our double crochet stitch. The patterns in our kits are written in UK crochet terms. And this is the double crochet stitch that we're going to do now. And as the pattern says that we need 6 double crochet stitches to start, we're going to make 6 inside our magic circle. So to start the first stitch, we're going to go under both loops, grab the yarn and pull it through, and then over the top, grab the yarn and pull it through both of those loops. And that is a double crochet stitch. So I'll show you again. Underneath the 2 loops of yarn, grab it, use it. It is a crochet hook, so it's got a little bit on there for grabbing the yarn, pull it through, and then over the top and pull it through both loops. Oops, if it falls off the hook, don't worry, just pop it back on again. Now you can keep it on your finger and work like this, or you can actually take it off and carry on working, whichever you find the easiest. So we're going to take it off now and carry on. So we're going to go back into our loop, so go through into the circle, under both the loops, pull the yarn through, and then over the top and pull it through. So that is now 3 double crochet stitches. So let's keep going. So underneath, grab the yarn, pull it through, over the top of the loop, grab the yarn and pull it through. So it's literally going under, pulling it through, and then over, pulling it through, and that is 1 stitch. So again, under, pull it through, over, pull it through. And again, that is 1 stitch. Under, pull the yarn through, over, pull the yarn through. So once you do get practiced at this, it's very therapeutic, because most of the time you're working under and over just with the double crochet stitch, and it's the same stitch pretty much throughout the whole pattern. There is an odd variation which we do show in our YouTube videos, but the majority of the time you're going to be working with a double crochet stitch. So once we have 6 stitches, which is what our aim in the giraffe pattern starts with, that's when we are going to complete our loop. But we're going to double check and count our stitches. Now if you can see at the bottom there, there's a little bit which is just a little piece of wool across. That's not a stitch, that's the little slip knot that we did at the beginning. Our stitches are the very pronounced V shapes. So if you can see that there, it looks like a V. That is a stitch. So that is 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 stitches. We don't count the loop that is on our crochet hook. That isn't a stitch. So that loop here, that is just what we're working with. So we have 6 stitches. Now the next part is the little bit that people find a bit tricky. We have to hold the base very firmly. You can't hold it loosely because it just won't work. So we're going to hold that here. And then now the 2 strands which made up our original loop, one of those will pull through and the other one won't. So we'll try one. That one won't budge. So we'll try the other one. Don't forget you're gripping this bottom bit here very firmly. Now that one pulls through. So we're going to pull that and it'll make this loop bigger and the other loop vanish. So keep pulling until your other loop vanishes. And then we pull the tail end. See, it's why it's called a magic circle, because it literally turns into a little neat circle with no hole in the middle, and then as we carry on working it gives a lovely circle which is the magic circle, and that gives us a lovely neat finish to our amigurumi ties, and that is it. We do also have a easy version if you do struggle with that. We have a little bit of a cheat version which isn't quite as neat on the finish, but if you're a beginner and you are struggling with the magic circle, it's a great way to start. Thanks for watching.
Oh, you're welcome, but I really want to see Lisa's face. We can see her hands now and her lovely red nails, but we want to see Lisa's face. Anyway, yeah, she just rang back. I bet she didn't have the email address, did she? Because, of course, she's a new guest. studio@hochanda.com is where you need to email. But she just rang back very kindly, and she said, if you buy the bunny, the big size bunny, you would have enough wool in there to make the little bunny from the pattern. So if you are interested and you're buying the big bunny, buy the little bunny pattern, and you'll have enough wool to make make it. So there you go. But none of the other ones, there's not enough wool from the other ones to make the little babies. Lovely. Okay, well, look, the giraffes are very, very popular indeed. If you want to get hold of Amy the giraffe in that beautiful beige, the gorgeous pink lilac, or over to that blue, then you can. And the most popular one is the pink. Everybody's going for that one at the moment. I'm not surprised by that, because I think a lot of people are maybe making them for children, and I do think that, you know, little girls would absolutely love this giraffe. I can see that. Although then again, little boys, maybe it's the name of it, Amy, but you don't have to call them Amy. You know, he could be called Andrew. I mean, you could change the name, can't you, for your child? You don't have to say to your little boy, here's Amy the giraffe. You could say, this is Andrew the giraffe. Your little boy's going to believe it. But your little boy might like the pink one as well. So I don't know, but the pink one is very popular indeed. 223950 is your item number. £23.99 is the price that you will pay. Lovely. I'll tell you what else is popular as well. These crochet hooks. I am not surprised, because I have done, as you may be aware, a lot of crochet shows in my time, and this is a great deal. It really is, because to get all those for £10.99, now 60% of that stock has gone. So I'm not surprised at all. They are so ergonomic because of the way they're designed with that rubber. Great with the colour coding as well. So you always know which one you're going for when you get to learn how big they all are. Fantastic range as well. From, it was 2mm, wasn't it, to 6mm. So fantastic to have them in that range. But, you know, really great. And then they come in a bag as well. And our lovely floor manager, Mr. Jamie, made a very good point. He said that he thinks they are like something you would get a very famous department store, of which has two names, and the first one is a man's name. But it is that kind of, look, it's that kind of thing that you would find in their gift area, probably for about 20 quid, 25 quid, I would think, if it was in a department store. So I think that is an absolutely fantastic price there. Yeah, £10.99 for those. It's not going to last though. A lot of that is going. So 284800 is your item number if you would like to get hold of those. Let's move down to Arthur and Betsy the bunnies. Yes. So this is Arthur and Betsy, obviously Arthur, Betsy, and you get everything you need again. So you get your hook, you get your stuffing, you get your bag, you get your yarn, and you've also got all the extra bits and pieces to make Betsy's lovely hair bow. And the eyes, of course, the black thread for the eyes, but also as well, can I just show you? I mean, I'm sorry to show your little bottoms on television. I know. Oh, look. Oh, I know. That's just so sweet. Ah, that is so lovely. So if you would like to make these fabulous little crochet bunnies, Arthur and Betsy, £24.99, a great beginner kit, because of course as well, looking at these, they're not too big, you know, so I mean, that's not, you know, that's not 100 hours of crocheting, is it? So if you are a beginner and you want to start with a great project, I think this is a fantastic size. And this is acrylic wool, by the way, so really great quality. It feels lovely and soft. I mean, those ears are just amazing. So as a gift for someone, I think these would be fantastic. I really do. And the colour of them and everything. Like I say, that, if that was in The White Company or John Lewis or, you know, one of those lovely stores, and others are available. I can't think of any more, but other ones, you know, you'd easily be looking at 25, 30, 40 pounds, 50, you know, maybe even more. So I tell you, I've bought toys in those places. They're expensive. So, you know, to get the pattern and the yarn and the crochet hook for £24.99, you're making two, and then you could, of course, with all those items, make more. All you got to do is buy some more yarn and you can just keep making your bunnies. So yeah, I think those are great. And if you had twins or something like that, you know, or brothers and sisters of different ages, they would still like these. So lovely gifts to make. £24.99. In fact, Jamie, our floor manager, said he'd just put them on his shelf. And he's a young man, he's not a child. Although to me, he's like a child. Everybody here is like a child to me because I'm about 100 years older than everybody. And stop it. My producer, Emily, she put on Instagram, oh, here's my mum, and it's her birthday today. And she's like a year younger than me. And I came in and I said, your mum is younger than me. Anyway, 207634 is your item number, £24.99. Lovely. Let's go over to Eli now. This is absolutely beautiful, this one. This is alpaca wool and some acrylic in there. And so he is lovely and soft. And the colour is just divine. Love that colour, that sort of bluey grey. Look at his lovely eyes and eyelashes. Oh, there's no acrylic. No, it's all, sorry, it's alpaca. Yeah, so it's 35% alpaca and the rest is wool. Yeah, so no acrylic, sorry. And this one also has got a lovely little dicky bow. And you get the wool, of course, to make the dicky bow. And I've got to show you, I'm sorry, I'm showing their bottoms off on TV. They won't mind. He has got a bottom, but he's got a tail. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness me. So cute. So cute. I'm just, you know, I mean, there's not a huge difference in the feeling of them. I suppose he is softer. The difference is when you use the acrylic, you can wash them. So if you are thinking of little children, that's probably the way to go. But it feels very smooth. It's a smooth wool. So I wouldn't say it was a lot softer, it's just smoother. There is a slightly different texture to him. But he's gorgeous, isn't he, with his lovely ears. So 937658, your item number, £23.99 if you would like to get hold of Eli. Excellent. Let's go over to Alfred Mick. Lisa's probably home going, stop renaming my animals. I'm just saying it looks a bit Mick Hugnall with that hair. But yeah, he's fabulous. He's called Alfred. Alfred the Lion, of course. Should we have a look at Alfred's tail? It's becoming tradition. Oh, yes. Look at that. Fabulous. So if you want to get hold of him, of course, you get everything included. I love his white feet. I love his white feet and his, you know, his faux claws there. He's fabulous, isn't he? £23.99 to get hold of everything to make him. He's acrylic, by the way, but you get both of the colours of wool, you get everything, the crochet hook and the bag and the toy stuffing, and of course you get the pattern as well. He's very popular, Alfred Mick. 235769, a lot of people liking him. Maybe there's a lot of Simply Red fans out there. I don't know. I was just thinking, should we have a look at the, yes. We should, because we haven't. So this is the little pattern. This is what you will be following. That's how it all looks. And it's great that you've got the pictorial instructions as well there, as you can see, so that you get an idea of what you are making and how you're putting it together. So that's your pattern that you'll be following. And it's the same format for all of the creatures today on the show. 235769, your item number, if you would like to get hold of him. And then as if by magic, didn't even see you do that, Jamie. Didn't even see you do that. Over the gone. Technically sold out. So every single one of those at the moment is in a shopping basket. We will let you know if one bounces back or just keep checking the website. But yeah, I'm not surprised. That's a bargain. And then we've got the babies. Now, Lisa rang in and said that if you buy the big size bunny, you will have enough wool to make the baby bunny. So you might want to pop the baby bunny pattern into your basket if you're buying the big bunny, because then you'll be able to make him or her out of your, that's Betsy, isn't it, out of your wool from the big bunny. So maybe have a think about that. But the other ones, it is just the patterns that you get. You don't get the wool, but you of course can buy your own wool that you want to and just make these lovely little creatures. And it's £11.99 for all 4 patterns there. 628551, your item number, if you would like to get hold of those creatures' patterns. Fabulous. Well, our Lisa is going to be back on the telly now, giving you another fabulous technique. Let's have a look at what she's doing this time.
This demonstration is going to show us how to continue with our Amy the Giraffe. And the next round on the pattern explains that we're going to increase 6 times. An increase is simply increasing your stitches. So generally you're doing 2 stitches into 1 stitch, and that'll increase your stitch count by 1. Sometimes you do get asked to increase make 3 stitches in 1, but for our pattern it's just going to be 2. So each time we do an increase, we're adding 1 stitch to our pattern. So we're going to be increasing 6 times. So instead of 6 stitches, we're going to end up with 12. So we're going to show you how to do that. So this is the magic circle that we showed you in the first demonstration. And what we're going to do is continue, and we will use our stitch marker to mark the end of the round, because then we know when the round is ended. It's very hard to keep count if you're trying to do it yourself. because it's so easy to get distracted and lose where you are in your round. So what we're going to do is pop a stitch marker on the stitch we've just finished, which is that one there. So it's not the loop on the hook, it's the final V that we just did. You can see the V shape there. And we're going to pop that through one of those and then just fasten it. And that will now stay in place, and that will mark the last stitch of our row. So there you can see it's marked. So now we know when to stop when we're at the end of our round. So to increase, we're going to go into the first stitch, which is the well-defined V. If you look here, you may see a little bit in the middle, which looks like a partially formed V, just a little bit, but that is our slip knot that we started with. So that is not the part that we need to be working in. Our first stitch is the nice big pronounced V. So we're going to go under both of those loops of the V. So we're just going to go underneath. So when you do your magic circle, be careful not to pull it really tight, because then you'll find it's very difficult to get into your next stitch. But in the same note, you don't want to do it very loose, simply because you'll end up with big holes in your work and you may find the stuffing shows through, which we don't want. So it's just a matter of getting your tension just in the middle. You will find that with practice, your tension will become natural to you, just like riding a bike. You have to concentrate at first, but as soon as you've got the hang of it, you find you don't even need to think about it. So we've put our crochet hook under both of those loops, and we're going to do very similar to when we did the magic circle. So we're going to grab our yarn and pull it through, and then go over the top and pull it through, and that is one double crochet stitch. But because we're increasing, we're going to do 2 in the stitch. So we're going to go back into the same stitch, pull the yarn through, and then over the top and pull the wool through. So now we have made 2 stitches in 1 stitch. So we've increased our stitch count by 1. So our next stitch, if you look here, if you're not sure where your next stitch is, if you pull and tug upward, the stitch you've already worked in will lift up. You can see there, that's lifting. So the next stitch is the next clear V here we're going to work into. Another trick of knowing what stitch you're into and which is your next stitch is to count backward. So that is the last stitch of the round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 stitches left. So this is our next stitch. So we started with 6. We're going to go under, pull it through, over, pull it through, and then we're going to, because we're increasing, we're going to do the same again. So we're going to go back into the same stitch, under, pull through, over, pull through. So now in 2 stitches we've increased, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to do the same the next one. So again, if you're not sure which is the stitch, that is the stitch there. But if you're not sure, thinking, well, is that it? I'm not sure where to go in. Lift it up like that, tug up with your crochet hook, and the bit that lifts up here, that's the one you've already worked in. So it's the next one here. So under, pull it through, over, pull it through, and again we'll do that twice. So we'll do 2 double crochet stitches, and then again the next one, 1, under, over. All of the videos are available on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type in Wee Woolly Wonderfuls, and you will find Aim the Giraffe videos, and you can see all these videos on there if you're a little bit stuck and you want to practice. So again, we're going to the next one, under, pull the yarn through, over, pull the yarn through. It's a good idea as well on the videos, just pause it while you do it, rewind it, and just keep trying, and keep pausing and rewinding until you've done it. So we've done 2 again. And now it's our last stitch, which has got our marker in. If you struggle to do it with the marker, you can take that out now. But we know where our last stitch is, so I'm going to under, pull it through, over, pull it through, and then do that again. Oops. And then what we do at the end of our round is we're going to move our marker to the last stitch again. You must remember to do this at the end of each round, to make sure that you're changing where your marker is, so you always know where the last stitch of the round is. So pop that in there. So it's not the loop on the hook, it's the final stitch. And we'll just pop it through. You can pop it through both loops if you want, but you can just Pop it through one, and that's the last stitch of our round. So now we'll count our stitches, and because we started with 6 stitches and we've increased 6 times, obviously we should end up with 12 stitches, so we'll count them. So we start with our first pronounced V, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. The last one is the one with the marker through. So we have 12 stitches. While you're a beginner, it's a very good idea to count your stitches at the end of every single round, because if you carry on and keep going quite a few rounds and then find you made a mistake, you've often got to pull back a little bit further. So count at the end of every round to make sure that you're in the right place where you're supposed to be.
Fabulous. It's always good to be in the place where you're supposed to be. Thank you very much to Lisa for that. Well, we are having a very busy show, which is fantastic, because whenever we bring new supplies to you, if you don't support them, I'm not saying that you should, but what I'm saying is that if they're not supported, they can't stay here, of course. But it is wonderful because so many of you do support our new suppliers, which is fantastic. And that's what's happening on this show. So thank you to each and every one of you who has bought a kit from Lisa. I'm sure Lisa will be jumping for joy, and we'll get to see more animals from her as well, which is wonderful. So the giraffe has been incredibly popular. The most popular one has been this lovely lady, Amy the giraffe, in pink. It's a lovely kind of pink lilac colour, really soft colouring, which gives you that kind of, I think, classic feel. It makes the toys look more expensive because of the tone of the wool. These are acrylic, by the way, I should say, and you get the crochet hook, and you get the pink and the white, you get the bag, you get the toy stuffing, and you also get the pattern as well. So you've got everything there to make your fabulous giraffes. They are brilliant in terms of, let me just hold one up for you so you can see sort of how stiff they are, and you know, they're not sort of floppy creatures. You can sort of sit them on a shelf quite happily, but I can just see little toddlers with these, just carrying them around as their kind of, you know, their little friend. Dragging them on the floor. Don't listen. Dragging them on the floor, you know, by that bit. Sorry. But yeah, they are really, really lovely, aren't they? They are. Do you know, can I just tell you my story about it won't go on very long, my daughter's little donkey. It wasn't crocheted, it was like a little, you know, those little, they're called doo-doos or something. You've got the head and the sort of like a square of fabric. Anyway, she had one of those when she was a kid. I still got him, donkey, even she's 14, she still got him. And basically, took her to the doctor's and then came home at about 7 o'clock that night when it was bedtime. And my donkey, she's about 3 years old, and I went, sure, where's donkey? Where's donkey? And I was with my mum at the time. And anyway, we couldn't work it out, and then I went, oh, she took him to the doctor's. And this is true, it's a true story. So anyway, husband was sort of, you know, getting Maddie to bed, and me and my mother went to the doctor's. It was closed, of course, but we went to the windows to see if he was laying anywhere. This is no word of a lie, it's like Toy Story. We put a torch through the doctor's window, and there was the toy box, and he was literally just sitting like this, out looking out of the, honestly. But you know, it was the worst moment. I did not sleep that night because I knew I had to ring that doctor at 1 minute to when they opened to say, get the donkey out of that moment, because I didn't want anybody to take the donkey. So I said to Maddie that donkey he was just having a night with his friends for the night, and she, you know, oh, she was devastated though, and I just didn't sleep. And then in the morning I literally rang and I went, there's a donkey in your, the woman thought I was crazy, there's a donkey in your surgery. Anyway, she got the donkey. We gave him a wash because he'd been in there a few hours, and then he was brought home and all was well. So they do become their little friends, and this could be your little giraffe. Just don't leave him in the doctor's. So 223950 if you would like to make Amy. Fabulous in pink, in beige or in the blue. Right, let's crack on now to our little bunnies, and this is Arthur and Betsy. Random fact, my father's middle name is indeed Arthur, but he looks nothing like this bunny. But Arthur and Betsy, they are coming to you today with this wall, so you can make both of them, and you can make the hair accessories and little bows because you get everything included in your kit. You get your toy stuffing, you get your crochet hook, you get your bag, and you can even make the tails. Oh, so sweet. So if you would like to make those, then please pick up the phone, give us a call, 207634, your item number, £24.99. And just to say as well, if you do buy the bunny kit and you want to make a little baby bunny, the pattern is on the end of the show. You can buy the pattern, you don't get wool with it, but you'll have enough wool here to make yourself a baby bunny as well. So it might be worth putting that pattern into your basket today. Perfect, that's that one. Then we've got Eli the Elephant in the most gorgeous blue, this is the colour of my daughter's donkey. Who is called, by the way, Donkey Blue, because he is blue and he's a donkey. So if you'd like to get hold of Eli, this elephant with his fabulous ears, we love the ears, and the little dicky bow there, crochet hook bag, toy stuffing, it is 937658 and it's £23.99. Fabulous. Then we've got Alfred Mick, the lovely lion. He's very, very popular today. Lots of people loving him. I think he's because he's a real project to get stuck into. I think the hair makes him a fun project to make as well. People are going to love making that hair. You know, he's got a fabulous tummy on him. He's just great. He's just a great character, isn't he, with the white and the orange as well. So 235769, your item number, £23.99 if you would like to make him. He's doing a little shake there. Yeah. I'm good with my hips. 235769 is your item number to get hold of him. And then we've got the babies, and these are just patterns, so there's no walls on here, but you get the patterns. As we were saying, little bunny, if you buy the big bunny, there is enough wool to make little bunny. So have a think about that if you're buying the patterns. But you get all patterns for £11.99, and then you can make them in whichever colours you want to make them. 628551 is your item number. And let me just show you. We'll just have a look at the babies. Yeah, hang on. Oh, hello. Hey, thank you. So there's the full-size giraffe. Yeah, so it really is baby, as you can see there. Oh, look. Oh. Is anybody else right now remembering what hugs were like before, with this social distancing? I know, missing the hugs. We're over 60% of the babies gone, by the way. So if you want your little babies, there are the patterns, and you don't get the fabrics, but you do get the pattern, and you can make the babies for yourself there. Squashing that one. Right, should we have another video? Shall we? Let's have a look at Lisa for the final time in action.
Hello, I'm Lisa from Wee Woolly Wonderfuls, and I'm going to be showing you how to do a colour change that is far less visible than the usual one. On our YouTube channel you can see all the tutorials how to make Amy the giraffe, and it does show how to do a standard colour change, which is great for beginners. But if you're looking for something a little bit more advanced, with a change of colour that is far less visible, I call this the invisible colour change. I'm going to show you how to do it now. So I'm literally up to the part where the colour needs changing. I've clipped the other colour off, leaving a bit of a strand, just so that it's not in our way. And I'm actually starting the colour change in the stitch before the new round. So this is the last stitch of our previous round. So we start it now. So I'm going to take that out just to make it a little bit easier to work. And I'm going to get the end of my new colour, which we're changing to the giraffe's main colour. This is her nose at the end. So what I'm going to do is, normally we would work into both parts of the V, but for this we're actually going to just join our yarn in the back loop. This is the loop that we also use for the stitch back loop only. So we're just going to go into the back loop, which is the one furthest away from us. And we're not going to do a stitch. All we're going to do is join the yarn. So we're going to hook it over and just pull it through both the loops. So we're not doing any stitch, we're literally just joining it, a little bit like a slip stitch. So we're just joining it, that is all. And you can see there the front loop, which is still visible, and we'll be coming back to that shortly. So the next thing that we're going to do is just continue following the pattern in the next stitch. And the pattern asks for a double crochet and then an increase 6 times. So we're going to do that first. So double crochet and then an increase in the next stitch. So that's 1 time, and then a double crochet and an increase in the next stitch. It's twice. So double crochet and then an increase. When you're watching the video tutorials normally you can pause them, play them back and repeat them as many times as you want. And that's often needed just when you're learning, but once you get the hang of it you won't need to do that. But so we're nearly up to our 6. So double crochet and then an increase. And then on the pattern, the last 6 stitches are just a simple double crochet. The reason for this is we're increasing the stitches to give the shape of Amy's face. The bottom part is more flat, so she has more of a raised face. So that's the reason for the increases. On the other side, so we do our last 6, just a double crochet in each. And then what's going to happen for our colour change, we're going to get to the stitch we started in. So you can see there's a line there which is quite visible, and that is the front loop that we didn't use on the last round. We just joined it in the back loop. So it's that front one that we need to focus on. So we're going to put our hook underneath that front loop, but we're also going to go under the normal V as well, which is the normal stitch. So we're going under 3 loops. That front loop there and the other 2, and then we'll just do a normal double crochet stitch. And then what we're going to do is gently pull the part we joined on with the new colour, the strand. So we haven't tied it off yet, we do that after we've finished this. So we'll pull it slightly and you'll see it level off. So now it's actually gone a lot more level than it would have been. With the normal colour change you can see a little jump where it changes. So we'll tug on both the strands, just gently pull them. We want to get it so it's nice and even. We don't want it tight so that it's puckering, and we don't want it loose because that could leave a hole. So we're just going to pull them both gently, the back ends, and you can see it's pretty level compared to a normal colour change. So now what we're going to do is tie the loose end of our new colour and the end that we trimmed of our old colour, and we're just going to do a double knot at the back. And we'd never cut the strands really short, because if you cut them really short they could unravel and then you'll end up with a hole in your top, which we don't want. So I'll cut them off about there to make sure they're not in the way but they're not going to unravel. And that's how to do a very neat colour change.
There you go. See, it's simple when you know how. Don't forget that all the video instructions for these creatures are on their YouTube channel and also on their Facebook group as well. And it is the Wee Woolly Wonderfuls. That's the group that you're looking for. And all the tutorials are there. So if you are buying anything today, if you are new to crocheting, now is the time to take up a new hobby. I've just been saying in the break there that I'm thinking about taking up guitar just so I can watch James Bay every night for half an hour. Maybe for different reasons to crafting, but you know, whatever floats your boat. But if you want to try a new hobby, this could be a time to start, because you get everything included in here. So you get your crochet hook, you get your wools, and you get your little bag and your toy stuffing and all your bits for your embellishments. So all you need to do is get it home for $23.99 and then sit and play. And as we say, the great thing about crocheting and knitting and things like that is that if you go wrong, you don't waste anything, because she's literally just unpull and start again. So you're not going to waste your purchase money, you're not going to waste your product, which is fantastic. So this has been the most successful item on the show, and we've been busy across the board, to be honest, but this has been the most successful item. A lot of people loving Amy, and the favourite colour has definitely been this pinky lilac colour as well. The blue not far behind, so I think people may be going for girl and boy, maybe. 223950 your item number if you would like to get Amy in either pink or in that blue. And as I say, when you get her home, if you do want to make this for a little boy and you want to give a name to that boy, if it's just in your household, you can rename this giraffe. Clearly you can't rename the giraffe if it was outside in the real world, because they've been named. But for your little boy, if your little boy doesn't want Amy, although your little boy might want Amy the giraffe, I don't know, might be happy, but he might want an Andrew or an Alan or an Albert. Albert the giraffe. Trying to think of a good name. Jerry. Yeah, but that's not an A. Jerry. It doesn't have to be an A, does it? Gerald the giraffe. Gerald the dancing giraffe. That's a book. Anyway, I digress. So if you would like to get hold of these, there they are, 223 950 £23.99. You can pick up the phone and give us a call, 01733 62000. Our call operators are working from home, but still there for you, ready to take your calls. You can shop on the website, of course, hochanda.com. And we've also got the app as well, don't forget that. But so many of you have shopped with us. Lisa, of course, from the company, from the Wee Woolly Wonderful company, will be so happy. So thank you very much for supporting this new supplier. Can't wait to see, first of all, her in the studio with us. Thank you to Lisa for doing that call at the top of the show, but also can't wait to see what else she has in store for us, because they're beautifully designed, wonderfully made, top quality yarns, all together kitted really well, and lovely projects for anybody to begin with. So thank you very much to everybody who shopped today. Well, that's it. The first hour is nearly done. 3 hours more. Something very different next. We're moving on to card making, we're moving on to stamps, and hopefully we will see you in a matter of moments on the other side of these very important messages.